is an organization that we recently launched a page for. It's called Facts 2020. And Facts 2020 is an acronym for food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. And it's similar to, what Pop is doing with Unity is Wealth, whereas we're reaching out to all of the brothers and sisters who are a part of these different networks. These are all platforms in and of themselves. So food is very ambiguous. We're talking horticulture all the way down to agriculture. We're talking hemp, CBD oils, marijuana. We're going all the way into seeded fruits, non-GMO, organic, reaching out to the black farmers, touching bases with, even farmers that we have over in the islands, places like Virgin Islands and stuff like that. The sour saps, the because, look at all of these, like I said, not only is the market that you want to enter into, which is plant-based, but health and wellness is in the multi-billions now. So they're running around hijacking conversations that we were having in our communities 20 years ago with Dick Gregory, Dr. Africa, Sabi, and all of them, when they were giving us the skinny on sour sops and all of that. Now you go into the regular stores, they giving niggas sour sop.
Right, they sell them at Fiesta.
It's like, how the fuck did we miss that one? Like, you know what I mean? So now they getting the information and they're commodifying it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So they selling Moringa back to us. They selling everything that we was on when it wasn't even known or when it wasn't cool. So it's like, we need to begin to create products, right? The only way that these products are going to successfully be made at a fast amount of time, where it is that we're not talking about a 2030 launch, is if we build a network. These networks are spanning not just the 50 states, we're talking overseas and whatnot, where the brothers and sisters who have the keys, the cheat codes, how to get that money, how to tap in, how to empower black women, you feel me? How to empower at-risk youth, how to empower brothers and sisters that are coming out of the military. It's all kind of money out there. And those are the conversations that I don't hear too much on social media and other places where we congregate. So what the Facts 2020 will be is an online portal where we'll be able to network. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on with the main platforms, Facebook, Instagram. They politicize themselves and they basically drew the line in the sand. They basically saying you can get on our platform if you stay twerking, if you stay on that ignorant shit, but if you start telling any knowledge, you want to talk about vaccinations, you want to talk about plant-based foods, because they don't even want to hear that no more. They canceling subscriptions that people that are speaking about, we don't need to do vaccinations. We could just go, we got electric bodies and we could just drink liquid gold and we could just work out preventative measures. They don't want to hear none of that because their plans is they're monetizing that right now. You feel me? So too many of us are getting in the way of what it is that they're trying to capitalize off of, because it's not like they're throwing all of that away. They just don't want they don't want the little man or whatever to be, to come up off of something that is it's a wave, because all of that is a wave right now. So the Facts 2020 right now, it's facts2020.org. We're asking everybody who wants to be a part of that network just to sign up. We ain't asking for nothing but your email. And then we have a rollout, we have a whole plan on the page so you can see the different phases that we plan on going through. But, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take organization, it's going to take mobilization, and it's also going to take communication amongst different serial entrepreneurs and brothers and sisters who are well equipped with the knowledge. It's not hoarding it, because that's the problem that we have. People got the keys, they be having the answers, but you got to kiss the ring, or you got to be in this little secret society, or whatever the case is. We're like, nah, fuck that. We need to open up the ranks, and let it be known that whatever we want to do is doable. Very doable. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who told us that we can't do this shit, but nobody's telling everybody else that they can't do it. So when we look around, everybody else is bossing up, making moves, LLCing themselves to death, coming up with all of these companies, and we standing there pointing fingers like, oh, they trying to leave us behind. We just not tapping into the right information. So,
yeah, just to add on to that, it's a huge, just a disparity as a whole, you know what I mean, just in the opportunities. And just in terms of what I do, like, I have a mentor, she has a $750 million contract with the Navy for 5 years. She's black, she's in her 50s. The people that do it on that level are not teaching everybody else, you know what I mean? And when they do teach it, you don't know what the hell they talking about, because it's a bunch of acronyms, you know what I mean? Unless you've been in the government. A lot of people who do contracting have worked in the government, and they retire because they see all this money people are making, and they know all the codes, they know all the, you know, algorithms and all that kind of stuff, which is why we don't know about it, you know what I mean? When I talk about capability statements and stuff like that, people are like, what you talking about? But you're not working hard. I mean, I really don't work hard at all. I mean, once I set my project up, and I sub out who it's going to, like a lot of these facilities I have contracts on, I've never even been to the facilities. Never even stepped foot up there. I don't even know the people that work for me. I really don't. And they, you know, I'm invoicing $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in 2 days, you know what I mean? So it's like amplified on steroids, you know what I mean? But we don't know about it because they're not teaching us, you know what I mean? So nobody's really teaching what I teach the way I teach it. It's just a really simplified method. It's a lot of, you know, I said a lot of acronyms, a lot of policies and procedures. And they give you that so that you'll get turned off. You know what I mean? Even the way you gotta get to it, it's like you gotta go here and get access, and then you gotta go here and do, you know, it's a lot of stuff so that you won't do it. You know what I mean? But, and they'll tell you too, like, you can't get contracts, you can't get contracts. Well, I got 3 back to back in 3 weeks when I first started. You know what I mean? But if you call up to SBA, they'll be like, oh no, you don't even get 1 a year. Like, that's not true. I'm doing it, I did it. I do it all the time. I don't bid. I'm in something called an 8A program. 8A program is a 9-year program where, because there is a disparity, they can just call you and give you a contract $7 million or less. So I have 7 more years in the program. What do you think I'm gonna do? Turn up, you know what I mean? So I just turn up. I mean, I don't got no choice, you know. And it's not hard. I have a very small staff of like 5 people. My business advisor is like my CEO, basically. He's like 80-something years old. He was in Obama's cabinet. He lives in DC. He handles all my business, like all my business. I don't make no moves without him. My vice president is 75 years old. He's been doing government contracting for the last 55 years. So if they're not with it, I'm not with it. And a lot of times, like, they have relationships with my banker and other people that I deal with. So while I'm out here with y'all, it's a whole nother story going on behind me I might not even know nothing about, but because I know they have my, you know, my best interest at hand, I don't gotta know. You know, we're working on like a $40 million deal right now with a lobbyist in DC, and they like, that's not enough. Borrow more money, you know what I mean? And that comes by way of like athletes, when they have a lot of money. So we're borrowing like $10 million from 3 athletes to go turn the company over to a larger company to get $100 million projects and stuff like that. They working all this out while I'm out here with y'all. They just gonna call me sometime. That's a fact. So it's just, I teach people really how to work smarter and not harder. When you talk about 100 million, 50 million, like, it's an everyday conversation for me. You know what I mean? But some people like, what? You know, it's possible. I'm sitting here telling you, I'm doing it. Like, so, you know, we just try to bring awareness, especially for the women. I mean, I lost a lot of money 1 year. Oh God, I lost a lot of money 1 year. And, you know, I didn't have nobody to call. I don't have a husband. I have 2 kids. So I had to weather that storm by myself, you know. And I live a very nice life. I don't have to sleep with nobody. Ain't nobody beating me, you know. When your finances aren't together, you'll deal with a lot of stuff you wouldn't normally deal with because you got kids to feed or you got, you know, bills to pay. So when you get your shit together, you don't only level up economically, your whole being level up, because a nigga really can't come offer me nothing, to be honest with you. Nothing, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, what you gonna throw? Money? Okay. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You just gotta come with something else. So for the women, it's just imperative, you know what I mean? Because we really set the standard. But if you're running around here letting people treat you all sideways, you know what I mean? Then the whole standard is gone to shit, you know what I mean? So my social media company that I do all this through is called the Compass Circle. I don't know if some of y'all might have seen it on Instagram. But that's about it. I mean, you know, we're here to share, to help everybody grow and, you know, get where they want to go as easy as possible, you know. Especially, working smarter. And when you start getting into this stuff, you know, depending on its warehousing, transportation will take you into a lot of different areas. When you get into contracting, you don't do just one thing, you do a lot of things. So like with Janae, she does pressure washing, but the way I marketed her company to the government is like she'll do facility work and HVAC and ground. I'm talking about like big, she might have 30 buildings on the base, she does all the landscaping for. You know what I mean? That's going to grow her company exponentially within a year. A lot of these contracts are like 4 years. So you know for the next 4 years, you got, let's say it's $700,000. You know, you've already factored in your costs, you've already factored in your, you know, your wage determination. So you know pretty much every year what you're making. That's just one contract. She could get 10 in 1 year, she could get 20. A lady I'm working with at home, she's got 73 running right now between $1 and $3 million. Who? That's unheard of. I know another lady, she got like 260 going globally though, because this is not just, everywhere there's a government facility, they need paper clips, they need toilet paper, they need food, they need wipes, they need, you know what I mean? They need everything has to come from us. So we here, you know what I mean? We just tapping in.
And man, that internet allows us to be able to work smarter and harder and allow us to be able to be neighbors with anybody across the world. So now, as we look at cases, we can continue every conversation that we have. That's the point of me. I'll just say I'm a shoestring because I pull everybody in unity as well. We're gonna put you in the group chat and we're gonna give you access to whoever do what you need. And now that we can organize and like create a directory of people that do different things and put them in a position to say, hey, just call them. It's a wrap. Now everybody can use the natural talent that they was born with to actually win instead of just going to work and like being like, fuck work, I'm trying to quit. You feel me? And see, it's about 8 o'clock, so I just want us to have that conversation and let everybody know that we can continue all of these conversations every day through the internet, through unity as well, through the conference circle, following everybody on the internet, making sure that we have ourselves an accountability partner and somebody that's helping us bring the best out of ourselves. And Murph, what's up with this truck, man?
What you want?
Yeah, I gave some of my thing right there though. She has a cement truck. Country.
She already got it going. She already done.
What kind of truck is this?
What? What you mean? It was what you asked me in particular?
Well, I want to know about the concrete truck, cause all right, so.
Yeah, so we got two. We got one coming Tuesday, another one coming 2 weeks from there. She already got hers going. So whatever, however you wanna.
However, whatever.
So Tuesday we have one coming in, and then I want to say in another 2 or 3 weeks we got another one coming. So I was expecting 3, but we got 2. We're gonna have 2 for sure. So with those 2, then we can just do whatever we need to do.
Well, we just put it with a company to just pour. So
Yeah. Well,
any extra jobs will definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll figure out the logistics if once something come through. Because I don't know.
I got another lady that has 12, 18 wheelers that she just rents out.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
And I just got 2 dualies, so we just need to connect the dots. However,
That's what I know.
Whatever.
I got a dude that work at CarMax, and they was telling me they need somebody to haul cars back and forth from Louisiana.
it's a lady that just got she got the trailer, so I got the 2 dualies.
If you got the dually, we just need the trailer
We need
to
the
hold
trailer.
3 cars.
Yeah, I got one trailer
$900 there and back
each way,
each way
so the 1,800 for a total round trip.
with 3 cars.
Said 900.
2700 there and back.
Oh, 900 per.
There and back.
Oh, okay. Well, when you want to.
I mean, that's what they told me. I ain't gonna just try to act like I just know for sure.
Yeah, nah.
He called me. He was like, "Man, you know anybody that got a hot shot company that can move
Yeah,
cars?"
she running right now. I got another lady that's running like right now. The homie just got a dually. I just need another trailer. Like I was just trying to wait and see what's right. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, and then I'm trying to turn up on business credit right now.
The business credit, I just took an
We
L.
got 2 years of history. We got protection team. All of the that's what I was gonna say. Building the business on paper benefited me way more than actually making money
Doing
or doing
business,
anything else. The fact that I
Yeah.
had a business on paper
Sure.
and the paperwork behind
Sure.
it that just said I could have made $1,
Right.
but it did better for me than if I'd have made 20 million. That's
So just a little nugget with the business credit. So say for instance, you getting a $200 check from your regular job. You just want to input that check into the business account. And as you input it into the business account, and then of course pay yourself out of the business on whatever you need. They don't want to see you like buying liquor or doing anything outside of business hours per se, but if you eating,
no co-mingling.
yeah, no co-mingling. But if anything else, you can, of course, you know what I'm saying, you can put it on, you can put it under the company name and basically use it as a write-off. So it just depends on your strategy also on if you want to get money or you just want spending power and credit cards. So you know what I mean? It's all depending on your strategy and how you want to operate, if that makes sense.
Or you can just secure your own loan. If you got money, you can take 30, 20.
Everybody don't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. That's the easy.
If you got 10,
That's the
y'all
easy
take a
route.
hundred to
So
the bank. They're
it's
gonna
better
give
for me
you.
to try to leverage my
That's
credit
the
to
easy
the bank
route.
to extend my credit lines because I want to put this money in
Yeah.
the bank,
Like this
or
money.
to actually go buy a secured credit on them.
It depends on the
You got your
strategy.
money. That is the credit.
Yeah.
They'll hold your money and give
Yeah,
you
they
the loan.
get to hold it. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. I was gonna compete. I was gonna make Chase and Capital One compete.
Oh, no,
It
I would get a good relationship with like a bank.
I see, I'm in business class right now. So
It depends on-
my
I say it
business
depends
class
on-
linked me with a banker at Capital One.
Yeah.
My banking I've been doing for the last 3 years is Chase.
If I could walk in the bank and I can, like, I'm cool with the vice president,
Yeah,
that's
I
where
don't need no idea about
No,
banking.
I really don't need
I don't need no
That's
idea.
real.
of
That's
banking.
real,
So
though.
go ahead and Chase or Capital One. They
Yeah.
Darby, what's happening?
Yeah.
You don't need to
That's what we gotta be at. That's what we gotta be at with the vice president and actually
Yeah.
talking to the brokers, the individuals that understand the writing and the policies. Because those writing and policies, they gonna give us to where we need to be.
Yeah, so,
And so
the primary focus right now is to build a mastermind group, and it don't have to include a lot. It could be a lot or little people, but they need certain positions have to be filled. A lawyer, an accountant, somebody that does government contracts, somebody that is a contractor, somebody that's in the conscious world.
Somebody with proposals.
You know what I'm saying? Real life. So
Yeah.
those type of people, we need to build a circle and hone in and really tackle everything that's available right now. So anybody that have anything coming in, hit my Instagram, hit my email, hit my phone. Y'all gonna have my real number. I'm for real. It's like go time.
That's my
For
real
real.
phone number.
I tell people they be like, man, hit me, baby. I try to call you. Like, my number in my bio. You ain't trying to call me.
Oh, wow. Oh, like that.
Yeah, I got 2 phones for. Alright, we gotta get about it. It's 8 o'clock, but I
I'm
would
not sure everybody got a flyer. Does everybody have a flyer for
Not
Sunday?
everybody. Sunday, the event. What's happening, big dog? You ain't introduced yourself. You gotta tell us what you do.
Lunch, man. 9 o'clock. Southside of Houston.
Stage.
Woman Soul Street. Yeah. We are talking about the business, and you're talking about like LOCs and
LLCs,
Yeah.
non-profit, S Corp, C Corp, whatever you want.
I did cash line credit in business, man. That's a real good way to go, you know.
You did what?
I did LOCs before, and you know, just on a personal note, and then turned it into something that I was trying to do in business. It kind of went south back when, 09, when the economy was, Bush crashed the economy and Obama had to come in. We were dealing with real estate. It was kind of when it blew away. But now looking back in hindsight, I see a lot of mistakes that I made. And, I see where that as far as like LOCs and with business, you can get business cash lines of credit. Man, we really do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm on with these extended credit lines. I want to go and at least tackle all of those 3% down properties, and we can get somebody in there right quick and have some positions coming in that's bad for themselves. It don't make no sense not to do that.
But like at one time I heard like recently, like a couple of friends that they pursue that issue kind of hard, a lot harder than me. It's like somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that with a 2-year, you can show 2 years of prior income tax returns. You could walk into HSBC, I might be saying it right. They give you a $75,000 LOC on your personal credit, as long as it was like 720 or better. But before the economy was bad, it was back in 08, it was like 690. Now I think they want to see like 720 or better.
See, they went down.
I might be wrong,
Right now, if you go into SBDC, if you go into SBA, they want 640. It's like if you got 640, you in the good.
But I'm gonna come to take you with a 575.
Yeah, so they have the people
Take
fund.
you with a 575.
People fund is a capital investment company, and in turn, Capital Solutions. Both of them take people under 600, but you gotta either come with 2 years of history or 3 years of projections.
When you say 2 years of history, what do you
2 years of history showing your tax returns.
Yeah,
You gotta have your tax returns. You gotta have pretty much everything that come with whatever you have when you're going in business. They want to see a
What
financial
about
statement.
what about if we
I didn't know that.
what if we purchase 2 years of history and then just
I
don't
don't
have
know.
don't show
I
them?
don't know. I see where you're going. I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I need to talk to those individuals because
I got it. They like
shelf courts. It's shelf courts that we
It's
can.
in your relationship with your vice presidents.
Right.
Get you up
Come
that
in.
hump, because
That's
he's gonna be
what
like,
we be
nigga,
Bro, you been to the thing. You see who in it.
But
They
I'm
in
saying
there.
that's I need to be in there, understanding those rules, where they can just yeah, because it's 2 years, boom, tax, boom.
You gotta wrap it up.
Oh yeah, we out there. Come on, everybody.
Me too.
Nah, I want to say on Thursday.